Hey guys, it's me. Yep, it's me, Lenny Lopez here live at the park. Don't ask what park, it's kind of scary. But anyways, today we're going to talk about the top 20... hello, sir.
Hi.
Yeah, this is Joe. Basically, we're going to talk about the top 10 most dumbest debatable questions ever asked in mankind. And guess what? We're going to debate about it.
Yes.
Alright, how ready are you?
How do I say it? How deep red is the sun? That's how deep my dick is. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Alright, dude. It's time to debate.
Moses. Come hither, my Gucci niggas.
Is this thing on?
Alright, dude. Now we're going to debate the debates of all time. The top 10 dumbest debates in the world. Now, the first one we're going to talk about, number 10, is water wet? Let's go. Is water wet?
No, it's not.
Okay, how do you know that? Because see, if you touch water, your fingers drip from water. That's just it.
The fucking molecules said no. The molecules together on the water just hold on, like, you know, kind of like a one-night stand thing. They don't actually come together. It's more of like a, you know, how liquid is, something along that. But no, water is not wet.
So honestly, I think water is wet because see, if you pour it on something, it's just wet, okay? But if you touch water itself, it's just wet. It feels wet. It's just wet. That's my model, okay? Wet. I say yes, you say no, but that's a good opinion, okay? I give it to you. Number 9 we're going to talk about is, do you eat rice with a fork or a spoon? Do you?
I eat rice with a fork.
Really?
Yes.
But don't you think that spoons lift up more of a rice than the fork? Because see, the fork has, you know, those little things, you know, that are in the middle of it. And it's so, will the rice will just fall off, you know? But with the spoon, you just scoop that shit up. And it just piles that shit on, you know? And you just go, that's it, basically.
Well, usually the things I eat rice with include meat and other stuff, which requires a fork to use, which is why it's perfect to use a fork. You scoop up, you jab the food, and you scoop up rice with it, and then together you can eat it. It's even better.
Jesus, but there's no topic saying that rice has little things that you put in it. I'm just talking about the rice in general, the little itty bitty things, just the rice.
Well, in that case, I still would eat rice with a fork. I would only eat it with a spoon unless it was opposite day or I was on crack.
That's a good point. But I eat rice with a spoon. You know, it's kind of weird because like I never eat rice with a fork. But I will try it because it sounds interesting. But if it fails, it's your fault. Number 8, is cereal a soup? Do you think so?
I believe so.
Oh yeah. Well, I think I kind of believe that it is too, but I don't think it is. I mean, how do you know it's a soup?
Well, it's simple. There are food ingredients or material inside a fluid or like a liquid. There we go. And as such, it may not be a soup in terms of that's actually a soup, but I think it fits in the same category as soup.
You know, I think you do have a point. You know, I mean, like, you know, with soup, it involves water and it has your, you know, material in there, you know. But, I mean, milk is a substance. It's a liquid, right? It's just milk. It comes from cows. But cereal is handmade. I mean, technically it's not a soup because noodles are like, you know, kind of handmade, but we need water, you know, just to put that thing into it. And that's what makes soup. 2 different things makes a soup. But with cereal, it's just logic. You don't need milk and you need cereal. There you go. But with soup, it's just there. You just need water to make it. You know, it's up to you to leave the water in there. But you have a chance or a choice to pour it out and have your only material there, right? You know, the food, whatever. But with cereal, you just need milk to eat it, and that's it.
But I think it's the same in terms of how it's both, they're liquids involving a food-created material, whether it be man-made or natural, such as noodles or cereal or whatever else. Yeah. It's still the same as solid foods going within a liquid, and you are eating it together. So it may not it may not have the same ingredients, however, it's still physically similar.
Jesus Christ. You have a good point. Let's go to number 7. Number 7 is, if you put frosting on a muffin, does that make it into a cupcake? Does it?
I mean, no, it's still its own muffin. It's like just it's kind of like in some sense of putting a mask on it, kind of. It's a weird sense.
You know, I kind of have to argue about that because it's just like, isn't cupcakes, just a muffin, right? It's the same thing. Cupcakes and muffins look very similar to each other. Both of them are made out of flour and whatever you put in that shit, and they're just both the same thing. But if you put frosting on a muffin, it's a cupcake. It's simple as that.
But no, it's still a muffin.
But how do you know that? Because see, I can get you a muffin right now, put frosting on that shit, and I say, here, have a cupcake. You wouldn't even tell the difference.
But I could because it's a motherfucking muffin.
But see, you don't make sense. See, what happened is that, literally right now, you don't know shit, okay? Just imagine you don't know shit. I go to the market right now, I buy some frosting, put that frosting on that shit, say, hey, have a cupcake, man, I brought you a cupcake. You wouldn't even tell the difference.
But what if I got a cupcake and I took off the icing and frosting on it? What would you think? And I said, here is a cupcake. What would you say? Is it a muffin? What if I'm tricking you? How the fuck do you give me a muffin with icing or frosting on it, telling me it's a motherfucking cupcake when it's a muffin?
Good God. Number 6. Catch a spider or kill it if you find it. What would you say?
I say, release it.
Release it. You know how dangerous spiders are in the world? Okay? There's poisonous ones, there's bigger ones, there's small ones. But you know what the small ones do? They crawl in your ear, they crawl in your mouth, and the next thing you know, you die. Okay? That's what happens. So I think that if I ever find a spider in my house, I'm gonna kill it, no matter what. No matter what kind of spider it is. I don't care if it's going extinct in the next day, it's dead. But why would you say release it? Come on. You're putting people's lives in dangers with spiders.
To get a little scientific here, everyone, killing a spider, it most likely means you killed the most dumbest one, or the one that didn't have enough skill as the other ones to hide and survive. Killing a dumb spider, such as a spider walking around in your house, the idiot's gonna get smashed. And the smart spiders are gonna fucking tinder it up inside the walls, and you're gonna get smart spiders everywhere. Now, releasing the dumb spider perhaps, yes, the spider may be fucking dangerous. You don't want to mess with them, which you shouldn't do. But releasing the spider is better than killing it, even though that spider may be dumb and it may be dangerous, it still potentially prevents mosquitoes, all them other little buzzy bitches that fucking piss you off. It gets rid of them. That's why I think you should release the spider. Better to serve the food chain within your local back fucking yard. Like, how great is that?
Don't listen to them, just kill them all. Number 5. Is the number 4 open or closed? I say it's closed.
Why?
Because see, look at this shit, Number 4 is, just look at it right here. Look at your screen right here. Do you see that? It's closed. There you have it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think number 4 should be open. You always have these dumbasses trying to draw a closed 4, and they put a motherfucking, it looks like a fucking 9, and you end up calling Pornhub instead of Pizza Hut. So, like this one time, this girl went missing because some guy gave her this number to call. I think it was to save something along those lines, but she ended up dialing the wrong number because his 4s were closed, and she thought that they were 9s, so the bitch was fucking missing, and she died. The end.
You have a good point there. But see, I think it's closed. As you can see right here, you draw the 4 out, there's no little opening. It's as simple as that. But you have a good argument point right there. People get the wrong inception of what the number looks like. Sometimes when people write out, papers to me or something like that, or I just read their papers, it looks like a 9. You have a good point right there. Number 4, Star Wars or Star Trek? Star Trek.
Star Wars.
No. Let me stop you right there, okay? See, look at Star Trek. It came out before Star Wars. There you have it. And plus, it's the best must-see sci-fi in the world. And they have a convention about that. Don't get me wrong. Star Wars has a convention too, but it's not as big as Star Trek. Look at Spock. Spock is the most handsome son of a bitch you can ever see in the world. He's better much looking than Jar Jar. So what makes you think Star Wars is so great?
Okay, you're right. We got some ugly mofos on the Star Wars side, but financial wise, has Star Trek made any movies? Any sequels, prequels, remakes, failures? I'll let you get back to me on that with your 15-minute show.
Actually, they made a Star Trek movie a couple years back, okay? But you're right. Star Wars, had a little remakes in there, and they're actually remaking another one in 2019, but, well, shit. But Star Trek will return, and they will return.
It just goes to show Star Wars can learn from their mistake. I don't know about Star Trek with one movie.
Ouch. Let's go to number 3. Are muffins really just cake? I think so. Because, see, muffins are made of the same material as what a cake will be. And plus, muffins don't have frosting on them, but it's just the same material and the batter that are made from cakes.
Alright. If muffins really were cakes, why would they be called muffins then? Why not call them little cakes? Why not call them baby cakes? Why specifically call them muffins and have them separately branded as something else entirely if they were just cakes? I would label them as baby cakes or put them with the cake aisle, or at least next to the cake batter, but they don't. They have muffins more compared to cupcakes, labeled in another area. So as such, I feel like muffins are not are not cakes.
But they're just made out of the same material, though.
Yeah, but they're in a different section though. Like it's kind of like just different types of birds. They're all birds, but there's still different types.
Yeah, but see, like what you said, they could be little cakes or baby cakes. That's where the cupcake came from.
We're not going back to that debate.
Number 2, is a hot dog a sandwich? I think it's just, this is where I'm against it. I think a hot dog is just a taco, but with a bread, like a breaded taco. You know how they have the soft tacos? It has a soft material, the soft tortilla, and then instead it's not crunchy. I think it's just another taco, but with just bread folded, and you put the wiener in, and that's it. It's just a taco sandwich. That's what I would call it.
Hence, you said it was a taco sandwich, so in some way you can't say hot dogs are sandwiches. In fact, you just counterclaimed yourself, calling it that it is, in fact, a taco sandwich, and as such, it is a sandwich simply because it is something stuffed in between two bread pieces. Whether the bread is attached or not, it's still some other type of ingredient or food source between wheat.
Actually, I have to agree with you on this. I think we both agree that it is a sandwich.
I think I want a point.
And the one you guys been waiting for. Number 1. What came first, the chicken
or the egg?
I think the egg came.
I think the chicken came.
See, this is where you have it, okay? The egg came first, okay? Because see, in my belief, aliens exist, okay? I said it. Aliens exist, okay? So, the aliens came to Earth, right? And they're like, there's nobody here. There's no humans. There's nothing here. Let's just start an evolution and let's see where it takes off, okay? Conspiracy theorist, how about this? Aliens came, dropped eggs, here we are. There you have it. You're welcome, Shane Dawson.
Now, you said the aliens dropped the eggs and left?
Yes.
Who is taking care of those eggs? Who is potentially regulating their temperature and making sure that nothing bad happens to them? Who's protecting them from, potential predators, I guess, if there's any that were just happen to be there before they got there? Who is protecting all of them?
God.
God must have been in the form of a chicken because that's what the big fat ass pillow that fell on all the eggs and protected them.
Yeah, but see, I think you have to agree with my point. See, there's a reason why there's outer space. We're not alone. These things came down, dropped the eggs, and just left. And you know what popped out of them? The chicken.
A fully grown chicken
and
or a baby chicken?
See, look at evolution. We start off small and we grow. Came out as a chick, okay? So there you have it. The chicken grew up to be a chicken. They found each other and they had incest, okay? The brothers and sister of chicken collided. We have more chickens, okay? Just like humans. Adam and Eve were brother and sister. Boom. Incest happened. That's why it's still happening in Alabama, because they still believe in it.
Now, You say who came first, the chicken or the egg?
I said the egg.
Who put that stuff in there? Who was the pot stirrer? What about the rooster?
The rooster. You see, maybe there was a deformed chicken, okay? It's probably retarded or something, and it mated with some chick, right? And that came the rooster. There you have it. So actually, the rooster is actually mentally challenged.
But isn't the rooster the male of a chicken? So wouldn't that thing that mated with a chick be a male chick, which would then be a rooster?
Did you just assume its gender?
So what did it then create? A chicken or an egg?
I think the rooster cross-dressed as a woman and had sex with a male, and it created more chickens. That's where transgender came from. So I could say that the chicken created transgenderism.
Interesting. Can you also say that the chicken created multiple genders?
Possibly. And you know there is 63 genders, you know that?
I didn't know. I'll sign up to retard school.
Anyways, as I said, the egg came first. No ifs, ands about it, okay? But you're questioning, how did the humans get here? Chickens literally did not do this. But more aliens came and they saw the chickens evolve. They're like, wow, these chickens are really doing great here. Let's add something else. Came the human. And the human's like, wow, this is nice. What the hell are these? They're chickens. You know what happened? We ate the chicken, okay? And we cooked their eggs and everything. That's how we messed up chickenism.
Now, you say that the aliens dropped off the eggs. So what really did come first, the egg or the alien?
The egg.
But the alien delivered it.
Yes, but as I said, in space, you don't know where it ends, okay? They come from somewhere else. So we don't know what the hell happened in space.
Are there giant chickens in space creating these things?
There could be.
But still, what came first? That big chicken or the egg?
The egg! It's simple as that.
But what created the egg?
The aliens.
What created the aliens? The chicken.
Nice one. Number 5. We're going to talk about number 4. No, wait, hold on. Let me restart. Number 5 is the letter. Okay, let me fuck this shit. Okay, let me restart. Okay, here we go. Shit, I can't do it. Okay.
This was what? You're gonna need a copyright.
Okay. All right, this is number 2. Number 2. And the one you've all been waiting. Okay, let me do that show one more time. And the one you guys been waiting for.